Hola, ¿cómo estás? And thank you if you're watching from Mexico. This episode is dedicated to those viewers from Mexico. And of course, these episodes are for everybody else too, but I'd just like to recognize those countries where I'm gaining viewership from. This is Zigzag Zog coming to you from Western Kentucky. We're back to continue our playthrough of XCOM 2 War of the Chosen featuring Long War of the Chosen. We are with the newest beta, and the newest beta with a little patch added to it. So I think it's beta 3.1 is what it would be considered if you're looking it up to see how it goes. And I'm probably going to come back and ask you some questions or let you know more specifically about what this update or most recent update entailed. But more importantly, we are finally going to go in here and do the supply raid in the western U.S., hopefully to stave off a little invasion action going on here in the western U.S. That's what it would appear to be that we're going to try and put a stop to. And it's Operation Death Valley. It's very light, so tad harder than normal, and we'll see, like the last episode, if we got some of the harder enemies showing up, like the Archons and whatnot. This is the squad we're taking out. We don't necessarily, it's a mag-long rifle on Android Data, so yeah, okay, I'm feeling like we may have some upgraded weapons enough to deal with tougher enemies. We shall see. But Mr. Data, the android, and Guinan, the listener, our bond mates, are leading the way on this one, and Mr. Data also has a promotion. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to take a look at, and this is one I've not used before. I've actually heard or seen talk. I'm wondering if this will still be around in future updates as far as this perk, but I want to give it a shot anyway. The Kubikiri and range attack against flanked enemies plus do damage, multi-targeting, holo-targeting multiple enemies. Actually, that might not be a bad one, but I want to mess around with this one just to see what it's like before it may or may not go away or get nerfed or whatever might happen to it. Let's take this one. Worf, son of Moog, is our technical on this mission. Sebastian Professor Jeski providing some of that sneaky sneak that we need to scout the way for us as our shinobi and commanding officer. William, number one Riker, is our specialist. He does not have a bond mate on this one because Picard, I can't remember now, he's either training or was injured, one of the two, I can't remember. Jeffrey Warrior Drag is a pair of the Grenadiers we're taking along. Thinking if we have some difficult enemies, we got a little extra ways to get rid of some armor. And Jeffrey also has a promotion. And I'm thinking, what am I thinking? With that armor in mind, I think we're going to go with the heat warheads to pierce up to 2 points of armor and shred an additional point of armor. And in addition to that, I want to go back because we do have some leftover soldier AP. I'm going to pick up Sapper so we can work on some better cover destruction with Jeffrey here also. And finally, Trevor T-Bone Hertz is our final Grenadier. Let's get out there and see what we have to deal with. Let's see, vulnerable, very light, raid the Advent train, Operation Death Valley, probably out in the wilderness of the west. Let's see what it looks like.
The Resistance ambushed an Advent train moving through an area of remote wilderness, and they've left plenty of cargo for salvage. That's where we come in. Once you're on the ground, eliminate all hostile contacts and secure the area. Seize anything of value.
All right, this is supplies for salvage and that we can pick up, and I believe this is a corpse mission where we can pick up corpses. So if we can avoid exploding too many corpses, that might not be a bad idea. All right, well, there's the rail line.
Menace 1-5. Coordinates of the Advent train are locked in. Move to secure. Eliminate all hostiles.
We got some high ground over here on the right. Maybe that's where we initially move. Well, we got some high ground here on the left too. So we have high ground all around, and let's see which one. Let's move to the left. As I've maybe said before, I am left-handed, so I tend to defer to that side first. Sebastian, can we get you to lead the way? In fact, we'll take a peek right here on your first move and see if we can't clear this high ground. It gives us an advantage if they're down in the center. To have that little bit of height advantage, it hopefully will work in our favor. So let's clear off to the left first.
Już się za to biorę.
What have we got? Nothing in sight. Oh, there's a down fighter. That's kind of cool. We'll kind of push. Let's see where the edge of the map is. Is it very far? Yeah, it kind of goes pretty far over. So let's take a spot up here just to get sight to the map edge.
Ta jest.
Thank you, Sebastian, for leading the way. And it seems to be clear to move up on the left. So that is where we will go in force. Yeah, everything looks good. So let's just get everybody up high as quick as possible.
Yes. Yes, maybe.
I can go.
On the move.
Yes, sir.
Already there.
Okay, we have the high ground. Now let's see if we got any wandering pods we're going to run into out here. Nothing so far. So Sebastian, let's have you do the honors of moving forward.
Już tam idę.
And so far, so good. We'll get you up near the edge in some full cover to get a view just a little farther out on this high ground.
Okej.
There's no reason to really do a lot of double moves per se. Okay, the edge of the high ground is over here, so looks like the high ground is ours for the taking. So let's move up to some stronger positions. Well, some eventually stronger positions.
On my way.
Where do I want to set up Mr. Data? Where will he have some range with that sharpshooting weapon of his? I think I'll just keep you near the edge if something should appear. And you'll have range over this way without too many trees impeding your view. So let's try this. And the last one to bring up is you, T-Bone, and you're a little slower, so I'm going to push you a little harder on this one.
Will do.
Alrighty, let's see.
Aye, sir.
You never know till you
Everything's
try.
as well. I am prepared.
Affirmative, covering now.
Okay, we hear our first sound cue down by the train. So maybe we start swinging around with that in mind. See if we can't take on this threat that we're hearing with some high ground bonuses. Sebastian, you're way off, not near the edge. So let's start gingerly moving you back in that direction.
Nie ma sprawy.
Oh-ho! So just when I thought and was about to say that the high ground is clear, we got one sneaky little sidewinder up high. So maybe, Sebastian, we pull you back just a tiny bit.
Zaraz tam będę.
into some better cover as we try, with the location of these guys in mind, try moving forward a little bit. And it looked like an Archon, so if we can get out a pod with an Archon in it, knocked out early with everybody involved before other pods get included into the action, that would sure work or be advantageous to us. If they're off to that side, yeah, I'm thinking this side of the log is going to be okay for us.
Moving. Rolling. Eyes on the
Kind of
prize.
set up on Overwatch. We're just going to have you steady a little bit. Again, nice tempting shot, but I don't have anything to work against the Archon, and I don't want him free roaming. So we'll just kind of do a little conservative watch like everybody else.
You never know till you
Very
try.
well. I am ready.
Moving to Overwatch.
All right, have they moved? They have moved back down, so maybe now is the time to start pushing forward a little bit to see if we can gain sight back on these guys and figure out the best way to position. So we'll do it kind of steps at a time here. Yeah, without anybody at top to trigger. Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Sebastian, I don't want to stick you out there too far in the lead without any support.
Moving to designated coordinates. Headed there now.
We'll bring you up just a little bit here, Mr. Data. There we go. You're the one dragging along. Let's get you up here. Moog, son of Moog. All the way.
Roger, I've got my eyes on it. Affirmative, covering now.
I see. Yes.
Already.
Chyba mam kontakt.
Ah, have they moved just below? Are they going to come up and expose Sebastian if they're right down below? Or is that another pod we're hearing down below? Now I should, well, not necessarily. I should have view down in this lower part to a degree, but not all the way. Sebastian, let's take a peek up towards the edge. We'll start out with a single move to start. We have vision down there. If they're down below, they're right near the edge, I would think. If I go here and then they wander out, that's going to expose me. Let's get up near the edge over here. Take a peek on this side.
You see there.
Nothing. That makes me think that that sound we heard may be that Archon pod down below on this side. I'm thinking. I do not know for sure. But that's how we're going to kind of proceed here, I think. Let's get... Now, if they're wandering this way and can possibly flank our little hidden cover here. William Riker, let's try you at this point. Jeffrey, we can get you up to the edge. Be nice to have T-Bone a little closer somewhere. Try that. Ooh, we do have sight of these guys. Oh, that's a whole different pod. So we still got the Archon floating around somewhere, and it could be very near these guys. 2 mutons and a Sidewinder. So we're going to have to figure out how we want to activate. We're starting to set up for these pods one way or the other. Where else do we got other cover up this way? Let's get the rocket up close.
I will handle this.
Even though it's not going to be any kind of Overwatch. We can afford maybe to keep you a tiny bit farther back. Now we'll keep you right where you're at. How close to the edge do we dare get you, Guinan? Close enough for run and gun, I hope.
On me.
Acknowledge.
Scanning. Scanning.
Rapid targeting. Is it time to do any kind of rapid targeting? Not yet. Oh, they were all close together. So this is actually a pod of 4 that we're looking at. So it is exactly the same pod there. Now we have another pod. So if these guys are going to be moving off away from us, now might be the time to work on the weaker of the pods over here once these guys clear our range from the top here, because right now we would activate them all, and that's not what I want. So we're going to have to show a little patience here. T-Bone, let's bring you up a little closer. With this in mind, Guinan, I'm going to bring you up a little closer here. And finally, Sebastian, it would be nice to get you into a position that could get you a little closer without exposing us to too much danger. What have we got over here if we dropped you down for a view? Maybe we can try you right here.
Xavier.
Alright, we got a whole host of enemies in sight here. And I don't see anything, least immediately, over in this way, so hopefully they don't appear on this side too, and we can keep them in front of us. So for now, let's overwatch and hopefully get some separation in these wandering pods so we can deal with them one at a time.
Rozkaz. Wypatruję wrogów. Overwatch.
Steady weapon not available. Why won't it, or why isn't it highlighting? That's what I want to know. I'll have to figure that one out. Let's see.
Saddle up.
Yes.
I am ready.
Got it covered.
Okay, move on, move on, move on. Not quite far enough. It looks like we may have to wait one extra turn, and as long as these guys keep moving forward, we'll be okay. Unless, of course, they move far enough to come up above to the high ground where we... Oh, Jesus. Trying to get away from the double pod activation right now would probably be an awesome little rocket activation down here, but I don't want to bring a third pod in. So maybe what we have to do is, at least on this side, back off a little bit, because one of those is bound to come up high at us, and aren't they? Aren't they? I'm feeling like it might be okay to have 2 pods activate. That's not safe because this pod could wander down this way. This one looks like it's headed for the high ground where we are. So we're playing a game, a little chess game here to start off with. So Guinan, I'm going to move you a little bit off to the side here in case they all continue moving in that direction, so you end up being a little closer. Sebastian, I'm all of a sudden feeling you're a little out of it over here, and I want to find a way to get you back to help us out if we should need it. We'll keep you a little bit farther back, I guess.
Rozkaz. Ruszam.
Kind of thinking they may climb up, and they're headed in this direction, so maybe what we need to do is pull you guys back just a tiny bit.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Off the edge. Is going to lose some sight for us.
Yes, sir.
Well, we still have our sharpshooter over there, Mr. Data. We're going to pull back
Moving on
just a
target
little so
location.
we hopefully don't get exposed on their movement. I'd rather be the one that controls the activation.
I'll be waiting.
On Overwatch. Got it covered.
And here we go. We'll just overwatch here also. I'm wondering if I want to move back one spot. Yeah, I think that's best. We'll just hunker at this point.
Aye, sir.
Temporarily lose sight if we aren't careful.
All right.
I think they're coming to us. Let's find out if my prediction is accurate. No, they're not coming to us. We pulled back for nothing. Is the other pod going to stay friendly? Oh no, they're going to move away. Maybe we will have a moment where we can get a one pod activation. Of course, we lost sight of the trailing serpent. Let's get ourselves, I guess we'll get ourselves back and start planning for a single pod activation.
Confirmed.
Can we see any? I don't see anything over here. So maybe the serpent has moved. And if they're inside the train, we might be able to activate this turn if things work out okay. Let's
Yes,
see
sir.
if we see any sight on anyone else as we're moving back up to do the activation.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Not seeing anyone over here, and I'm pretty sure this pod, if they had moved back, we'd probably gain a little sight on them, so the Archon seems to be out of the mix. So let's get ourselves moved up as much as possible. Take advantage of these guys. Guinan, what's the best spot for you? Question is, depending on how they scatter, run and gun might not be an option for you, so do I dare wait that one more turn and risk these two pods moving back on us? I think I might, I think I may. Sebastian, I'm not sure exactly how I want to work you. Maybe I post you back where we were going to move you. Now we'll keep you hidden and close enough to to support if we need it. 'Cause it'd be nice to have one cloaked individual after this activation. So my question now becomes, this turn or next turn? This turn or next turn? I wish I had a coin in my pocket right now to flip. Will these guys come back? I say no. Will these guys come back? I say no. I say we wait one final turn.
On Overwatch.
Fine with me.
I'll be waiting.
Eyes on the prize.
How are they going to wander? Okay, a little farther. Hopefully we all still have range. Don't walk too far and get out of sight. That should work. And nobody else came in, so it looks like we can handle and take on one single pod here at a time. Who is my biggest threat in my mind? Advanced Trooper, Advanced Sentry. Advanced Trooper has the best aim. Heavy Gunner has options. Engineers I never like, because I don't like to be I like to do the flash banging. I don't like to be flash banged. With so much loot, we're gonna try a little something. What do we have available over here? Nope. Could flashbang right off the start. Use a little rapid deployment. Make any reactions from these guys not stand up too well, or maybe a handful of overwatches to try and take advantage of their scramble. So we'll try an overwatch here.
I'm on it.
And that's about the only one. I think I'm going to activate with our sniper, Mr. Data. I want to go, I think, off the bat We're going to see if we can't lower the count by going against the engineer. And start it that way.
Change in energy reading, sir.
They are active.
We have to initiate.
We got a hit, but just a hit. Okay, who have we got? We dropped him. We got the sentry there, the advanced trooper. Pretty good hit points, and the heavy gunner is down below, way down below. So maybe, well, we have the ability easy with Guinan, but rather than push too far forward and risk activating there, maybe we just bring Guinan down for the flank shotgun shot on the advanced trooper. The sentry is a little more of a predicament because he's got pretty dang good cover down there. But maybe, just maybe, T-Bone, can your plasma grenade blast away a trunk of a tree? I do not know, because you don't have any big sapper perks, so I'm a little worried, is the plasma grenade going to be enough? Guinan, let's bring you down and see if we can't take care of the trooper right off the bat here. Shouldn't push you forward enough to activate that other pod, and I'm totally wrong. Totally wrong. Exactly what I did not want to do, especially with my sniper out of the game. Already with his shot, and I don't have a lot that I can do. The only good thing maybe I can say is they're that far back. Yeah, I can blow up supplies maybe, trying to take out the mutons with Mr. Worf. I can't even hit both of them, so it's not worth destroying supplies just to hit a muton that way. We got the heavy gunner at 79%, which is not bad. And the sentry in his scramble is not on Overwatch. It's a plasma grenade. What I want to do then on these two to get some double damage. Odds are I will not take out the tree. Odds are I will lose a little loot. And odds are 4 to 8. I would say odds are we take care of, although he's in cover, so maybe we don't lose that loot. Let's try to get double damage on these close guys so our focus can change as quickly as possible to the enemies in the rear.
Throwing grenade!
Let's go, T-Bone. Do some good damage. We'll give up loot if we have to. And we gave up loot. Now we need a graze on the gunner. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Well, we can always do some rapid, or we can always do some hollow targeting. I don't think, do we have the hollow targeting that lasts more than one turn? No. Just take a look at rapid targeting. We have, I don't think we have the one that, what's this one? Come on, tell me what this perk is here. It's not popping up. Okay, I'm not sure what that symbol means. Independent tracking. It remains for an additional turn. So I'm thinking we're gonna spend that on the muton. Since we aren't going to probably be able to take him out in one turn, I'm guessing. Let's get him holo targeted for this turn and next turn. Not liking their aim getting up to be so high these days. Now we have the ability with combat protocol to just go kablooey and take this guy out. don't like the idea. Now we can move down here to flank. It's only half cover, but of course we're only... Now we got full cover up above. I don't want to lower the cover. We're going to try... Moog, son of Moog, who do you have shots on? So you have a much better potential shot here. I think we're going to take that one. Okay, gunner's gone. Now we're going to be hard pressed to grab that loot before the timer runs out with the enemies we have to deal with now. Sebastian, it would be nice. You're the only one that's still hidden, but since they're going to probably be pushing forward, I like the idea of getting you closer for some hunter action potentially, and who knows what else you can help us with. We have command action that we could use. We have Oscar Mike, spend an action to give all allies within command range 5 mobility for the remainder of the turn. We may find out we need to use that next time, so let's see what our command range is right now. That gets several of us close enough. We'll keep that in our back pocket, and for now let's overwatch. And we will overwatch you, William Riker. I'm thinking, do I want to... No, we'll stop with here. We're going to overwatch you.
Very well.
Let's see what they come a-charging with. Okay, we got a missed 40% hit, which is actually nice, but are we going to hit it, miss it again? No. A big hit with 80% aim, or 80 aim. That's a tough one. Now the Archon has not made a move at all. That's kind of creepy scary, don't you think? And if we push forward, we sure risk finding the Archon. And then Sidewinder now is on Overwatch. Can we take care of the Overwatch? Oh, we sure can. We sure better be able to. In fact, what kind of damage are we looking at on our own? So if we add a little precision shot to this, we may just be able to take out the Sidewinder and lower the enemy count. Let's go, Data. Overwatch is removed. We still only have holo targeting on the same guy as before. I think what we're going to go ahead and do is steady the weapon for next time. Guinan, you are hurting big time. So ideally I can get you to some better cover. And you do have a med kit with you, thank goodness. So why don't we do just that. Now if I move you to either spot, this low, of course we may gain sight of the Archon, which would not be a good thing, but I think we're going to put you into some full cover and heal. Oh, we got a turret. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Let's use our little med kit here and hopefully keep you from getting killed. Now we've got potential if we move forward on the turret, and that might wreak some havoc. There's the Archon way in the back. Now I can get close enough to see the turret, and maybe that's what I attempt to work on with you, William Riker. I wish, too bad you can't see it from where you are. But you're out of sight of the Mutons, of course, unless they move forward towards us. Haywire protocol, shutdown control. Let's see what we can do with this. Only 48% chance to control. Boy, wouldn't control be nice to be able to wreak some havoc behind their lines, but I think we better just shut down. Oh, we could have done it. Oh, 2 turns to deal with the others. Question is, how safe will Guinan be in her position? But we just don't have the range. I think we may just do some Overwatch
We will be ready for him.
planning on them moving forward. I don't think I have range on any kind of launcher. Unless, of course that's going to damage those dang supplies again. Unless I can place it just right. Let's try bringing you down here, Jeffrey.
I'm on the move!
Can we manage to place it just right? Start doing some hurt on this guy? No, we're gonna. Either way, we're hurting something. We're gonna pick up something. If we want to get him, we're gonna pick up something. So the question becomes, how do I want to deal with this? The other option to help protect against some of that aim we're dealing with over here. See if we can pick up both the Mutons somehow. I don't know if we can back on that back level wherever he is. Let's hope.
Take this!
We got them both. Okay, we did get them both. And Sebastian. Sebastian. You're still not visible, and I can move you here, and they won't know you're there. Let's give it a shot. There's only one more tick. We're not going to use your med kit. We're just going to put you on Overwatch.
Wypatruję wrogów.
And then T-Bone. We got to figure out how we can best use you and maybe get us over to the center of the action on Overwatch.
On my way.
In position where maybe you can advance forward.
Moving
next
to
time,
Overwatch.
and let's find out if we can survive an Archon attack. Looks like a double move. I can be thrilled about getting some
Only
initial
wing
hits
them.
on the Archon. We got some stunned Mutons. Hopefully they can't do anything major to us, and boy did they. Stunned or not, hit on, I think that said 26%. Good on him. Although I'm not happy about it, but good on him. Jeez. Archon, you are my... Even though the Mutons seem to be doing the biggest damage so far, do I have a shot with you, or is the tree in the way? I had a feeling the tree is right in the way. That tree is considered blocking. So all we can do with you is work on a little Muton action here. This one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You have the Overwatch. Let's put some hurt out that way. We'll do the rapid targeting. Well, 95%, but if we need a follow-up, boy, it sure would have been nice to have sight of the Archon. It's like he knew how to get out of the line of sight on my most potent weapon to go against him. That little stinker. With that in mind, let's hold off here a second. Let's see. We gotta work on that Overwatch. So I think we will. I think we will take the sniper shot over there, 95%. See if we can take away some Overwatch. Whoa! We did more than take away the Overwatch. Way to go! Holy smokes! We'll take anything positive on this one right now. We will take anything positive on this one right now. And unfortunately you can't see the other Muton, but we will go ahead and holo target on this guy to help anyone else out that may need to go against him. Okay. Guinan, do we have enough firepower to bring you up close? Can we count on taking him out? Or am I putting you in threat again of being flanked by a muton and dying? Or is it helpful to maybe try the stun? What is the stun from your range right now? 92%? Maybe that's the way we want to start it out here. Let's go a little stun action.
And it's going to be a very unique experience.
We have Gremlin heal, but you're only down 1 tick. Aid protocol, scanning protocol. Let's hold off on you, Mr. Riker, and see if we can bring anyone else to the forefront to help. Sebastian, it might be time to expose you. Let's throw the axe to make you visible. Do some damage on this muton. Ooh, it's only 63% on a thrown axe. Let's think about this one. Should we move forward to pick up the loot and then count on being able to take out the muton? I think that's what we do.
Okay.
And you're exposed. He can see you. We got an expanded magazine. Enemy has spotted me. I am revealed. We're going to throw an axe. 63%. Not great odds. But successful odds. And he is now stunned for 2 turns also. So boy, we got some stunned enemies and we got one more turret. That heavy turret's going to come around soon. Guinan, you did move. Do we have an option for you, Jeffrey? Can we pick up this loot, get you in cover, and take a shot against one of our enemies?
Confirmed. Got something new.
Can we start doing some damage on the Archon? I would love to just blast away, but he's so near all that stuff. Like that's just not doing the damage we would want. Can we place a plasma grenade in such a way to do more? We can definitely do more, and guess what? We don't have to hit the loot this time. So let's try it this way where we can do more damage.
Here,
I
catch.
think that's a good use of a plasma grenade if I ever saw one. Five damage, not as much damage as we had hoped. Sebastian, I'm going to continue. Since he's still dazed, but I'm going to try taking him out because another move on your part. Let's just see if we can finish him off. Once again, not ideal percent. But we made it ideal. We made it ideal. Now I'd like to bring someone else down. I gotta be careful though, because this is gonna start waking up this freaking turret. Why don't we start out with a little combat protocol on this thing? Oh, I like the damage on that combat protocol. Now, what kind of extra damage can we do here? Is it worthwhile bringing you down? Because this weapon is not going to do the kind of damage, and you can't even come down and get close enough for much else that would do much better damage. So I think we just got to take your shot. I don't trust a rocket and losing supplies I might gain. We can't get close enough for the flamethrower, so I guess we're just gonna take that 78% shot for some meager damage. But I guess any damage helps. It's a grazed hit. And I'm thinking I don't want to bring you down because I don't have cover for you, especially with a turret that might come live very soon. So we're going to do some distance shots with you also. just keep trying to wear this guy down. So next turn, hopefully before he, or we'll find out if he will awake next turn. We'll see how long he's stunned. Nice hit, T-Bone. Now we find out. Now he is up. We're going to take a shot. And he missed. Thank goodness. That was a pretty decent chance at 63%. So the Archon stays stunned. We're going to be able to take him out. That's the good news. The other good news is we'll be able to take out the turret without a doubt. And I think we can do it with just a regular old shot. 4 to 7 damage, 3 armor, so a minimal hit will still do it as long as we can hit on 93%. Save the combat protocol.
Well, that is just not good enough.
So much for the 93% shots that I shouldn't have taken. Something to be said for those sure shots. Those better chances. Let's see, first of all, Guinan. What kind of a straight shot? It's only 57% with your... I'm hesitant to move closer because we know we have that Muton pod over here somewhere, and the last thing we need right now is to activate the Muton pod. So why don't we... 57%, not good, not good, not what I'm thinking is good. Do we have a position we can bring you over, Sebastian, to try and get a better shot on this guy? Let's try this one. This guy's hard to hit. This guy's hard to hit. He's proven hard to hit. I could always have gone on to Flesh. Do we have some volume of fire that can take care of him? Yeah, the volume of 1 has taken care of him. Now I can move against the turret, and then we got to change our focus to the next enemy pod that we saw with those additional mutons. So do I dare bring you down out of cover? Do I think how many other shots? We got Guinan available. You would have a shot over this way. I don't know how good that shot would be, but we're about to find out. Not bad. Guinan, not bad. Of course, we missed on the 93. There we go.
That was setting number
but
one.
Not on your 70%
Anyone want to see setting
shot.
number 2?
Okay, I think it's time to bring some backup forward. Nobody can get close enough to not, or to be also on Overwatch. We also need to reload. So what are the odds if I come down? Do we have at least some sideways coverage to drop down to? There really is not coverage to drop down to and be able to reload at the same time. Of course, you have your rocket available. Should we come down? So we're just going to have to count on your rocket if that other pod decides to come back and surprise us. We do have Overwatch available here. So let's reload and go on Overwatch here.
Rock and roll! Scanning!
To try and protect our movement forward. We also need you down, but once again, well, it's kind of semi-covered depending on what angle they come into. Let's get you down
Not
here.
a problem.
And Overwatch also, Tommy. Or T-Bone, Trevor. Yeah, we'll Overwatch. And finally, let's do a reload. And a steady. At least we have some firepower protection. They are moving up. It looks like they will see us and they will become active. The question is what kind of cover are they going to be able to take on us. Nice.
Barely a hit.
Yes. Barely a hit, yes. That is a bare hit. The good news is, well, the Sidewinder is not ideal, but I can definitely get a grenade by you, Jeffrey. What kind of grenade? You just have your regular frag grenades available, but I can move you forward into full cover as long as nobody is on Overwatch, and I do not see any Overwatch. So your frag grenade, I'm going to hope we have something to deal with that Sidewinder enough. that we can launch your frag grenade on the mutants.
Position confirmed.
Hopefully blow away some cover. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That nice full cover. Of course, this one I don't know that it's either the back cover that we need to blow away or the front cover we'd be able to blow away potentially. We'll try it this way. The building's probably more destructible than that thing in the front. And let's start doing some armor removal with this also.
Throw a grenade!
Did we expose the guy in the back? A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Now we do have flesh available. What kind of position would I potentially be able to come in at? Because I don't know that I could flesh with cover unless I could flesh from down below, right there. That is where I'm going to flesh from. 95%. Don't miss, Sebastian, because you're going to be up close and exposed. And you did it. What did we get out of that? Advanced hair trigger. Now we got some mutants to take care of. Do I have a line of sight from Sniperville? No, I do not. Easily could have taken out one of them, but I do have run and gun available. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. What options would I have if I'm running Guinan in that close to take out the guy in the back? Now, 1, 2, 3, you're just a tad too... Can we get another hit on him somehow? Not in rocket range. I'm really not able... Well, I got a free reload, so if I moved up and the rocket isn't going to work, let's do the free reload. We would get up in range of both right here. And we can see what the scatter looks like on these rockets. Of course, that would also take out corpses. We're only looking at 56% in the back, and we're not going to take him out that way. We would get rid of one and lose one muton corpse, and there's always the chance, 2 to 7. Always a chance we don't get either one of them, and the scatter is 2 tiles. So we focus on the one in the back in case it scatters back. We're trying the rocket launcher. Oof. Oof-de-doof. Of course, that allows me, I feel like I can combat protocol the front muton now. The question is, do you have it within you, Guinan, to be able to take out the guy in the back? And we also, if we run a gun, if we find the odds aren't good enough, we can maybe stun him. Let's perk the run and gun.
Good.
Let's get up close for a stun.
You are sure?
And hope
you're
there's
doing
not
the right
another
thing?
pod out there. So 100% there, 100% there. What kind of damage are we going to do on 100%? Not guaranteed. 95% crit though. I'm thinking positive here. Let's take out the muton. I knew we could count on Guinan. Not really, but I'm feeling like it. I'm feeling it. Here we go. Number 1. We have a way to number 1 finish this muton off. Let's give it a shot. Combat protocol. Zappo.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Operation Death Valley ended in a lot of death for the enemy. We did take some injuries on this one. We'll see how the downtime looks as we move forward. I think this deserves some kind of a photo here. Let's change our map location so we can back off and get everybody in here. Too much overgrowth. Yeah, we are. There we go. There we go. Let's get the tree in the way. There's always something in the way. And we come up looking down now. Let's pick another locale. I need my location coordinator to pick some better sites here. There we go. At least I had to change the location, but for once I didn't have to change any poses. XCOM, just getting started.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
All right, successful shot percentage. It felt like we missed more than 90. We didn't hit as well as 90%, but maybe we did. We did get a lot of good key hits, that's for sure. Dealt most damage, guiding the listener, taking out that muton at the end. That sure helped. Payback for her injury. What kind of wound time? Ooh, gravely wounded, 16 days. Didn't need that. We did get a promotion from Mr. W. Worf. What else do we have? 9 days. That's not bad for you, Jeffrey. I can live with that one. Let's see if we got a promotion in the back row. Yes, we did. William, number 1 Riker, also promoted. So 2 promotions out of that. Couple injuries, which is never fun, but no deaths. We got a few of the loots, and we got alien alloys, which we need. We got lots of stuff we need. Good old corpses, which we always need. 106 supplies too, which we desperately need. Archon Autopsy now available. Research unlocked. In fact, what is the research we're working on right now? Powered armor. Yes, we need some armor. We're starting to take more and more hits little by little. I also wouldn't mind. What else do we have going here? Advanced coil. Oh, that's advanced. So we'd have coil guns available. So with our funds we're starting to pick up, we're gonna have to go see if we can start building some.
Hello, Commander.
What do we have the ability to build? Okay, we got a coil rifle. We might need some more coil rifles. We got supplies I could afford to build right now. 2 more coil rifles. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. Try this little upgrade here and see if it starts helping us out. Armor-wise, anything special or new here at the moment? No. Items, let me take one more quick look at the items. We do have a nanomed kit. Let's see. We're going to go with 2 more coil rifles right off the bat. Let me just make sure there's nothing else I need to build within the facilities. At the moment, no. We need power also. We able to upgrade the power at all? Power conduit, 60 supplies. Illyrium conduit. We can afford it with what we have, and let's do this as our first upgrade for power. It greatly increases the power. And this one adds the ability to add a engineer. 60, we don't have quite now. Let's do the Elerium conduit upgrade right now.
Power relay upgraded.
Yeah, we got a little extra to go, and then once we get a few more supplies, I think our supply drop is coming up. We'll be able to definitely up the power so we can build what we need. But this also should allow me now one more coil rifle, which I want to build. Alrighty. And we have one more mission out there pending that was, ready for next time. Sabotaging the Advent Monument. And this is what we're going to do next. We're not going to wait anymore. We're not going to try to infiltrate anymore. We still got another 1 day to go, but we are down to extremely light. Readiness normal. We have an evac with flare, a 3-turn evac. I don't think we have to worry about getting any better than what we have right now. So this is Zigzag Zog coming to you from Western Kentucky. Here's a quick look at the team we're going to go out with next episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching this playthrough of XCOM 2 featuring Long War of the Chosen. And for those of you watching in Mexico, adios. Hasta luego.